What is up? How's it going? Welcome. BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto communities, BLUECREW, and all the communities out there. Guys, welcome to another DL Talk. Appreciate the BLUECREW tuning in. Guys, let me know how the volume is coming through with the music, the vocal, the whole experience. Let me know how it's coming through. Appreciate you guys tuning in. What is up, Zeno? Good to see you, man. Alchemist, good to see you too. Devin Steve, what's up, man? Cryptoholic, good to see you guys, man. Appreciate you guys tuning in for another one. CKJ Cellmate, you guys are amazing, dude. It's just amazing that, I haven't streamed in a bit, so it's just great to be seeing people coming out and seeing Green Giants still existing, and the BLUECREWs coming out and stuff like that. You guys are amazing, man. Much love to all of y'all. I hope you guys are having a wonderful Friday or Saturday wherever you are in the world, and I hope you guys are having a good start to your summer as well. How are you guys doing over here in the crypto space? Shout out to all of y'all. Let me read some of the comments. Gary Gensler thinks this stream is a security. Definitely, dude. Hell yeah, definitely, man. Good to see you guys. Appreciate y'all. About to roll up a zip. How about you? Nice, dude. Gary Gensler, the useless sentient penis. Turns out FDIC government guarantee deposit means something. Yo G, long time no see. Gather round the flaming trash beneath the crypto overpass. It's story time. Yeah, guys, we got a lot to catch up on, at least in the Twitter space of things and some news and things like that. So I'm going to try to, keep this video reasonably, not too long, obviously, just like kind of an average session, but we're going to try to jump in to all the good info. Once again, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a pro trader, and I'll never tell you what to do. Still a Friday, couple of hours to go. Devin Steve, right on, man, right on. Guys, thank you guys so much again for jumping on in, hitting the likes, any new subscribers, all that good stuff. You guys know how to YouTube. Thank you guys again. And yeah, so let's just jump on into it. We got BTC, still hovering around that 20K range. XRP, good to see it not at 29 cents again, but it's at 36 cents currently right now. Maybe we'll look at the charts to just see how things are going. But, we were talking during those red, when it's red, that's time to be buying, and especially when it's deep reds. And once again, crypto is not something that you just have to FOMO into. We try not to FOMO. We're about dollar cost averaging. We're about putting a little bit here and there. We still have so much time in the crypto space, you guys. Yes, maybe we don't want to be missing out on another bullish cycle because, sentiment can change so quick in this space. But once again, there's no rush to be doing these things, right? If you got some money and you're already looking into going into crypto, then yeah, start dollar cost averaging into some good projects. And, I listed just yesterday 23 projects that I'm keeping an eye out for, and Zeno gave me a good comment about Jasmine as well. Jasmine looking pretty good in what's going on there. FOMO into Terrarium. Yeah, what's up, Sniff? How you doing? CKJ Cellmate, I was hoping it would hit 25 cents so I could buy again. A lot of people do like jumping in on some of these very small cap cryptos because their volatility is so high, right? Especially during these red days. So for example, let's say one crypto is at like half a penny, for example, but it used to be, I don't know, 10 cents or 12 cents or something, and it's such a small market cap. People want to take advantage of the volatility of it being so deep in the red and hoping that it can just go up to a penny or two. For me, I just start, we like to sell when it's green candles, and we like to try to take profits when it's green candles, and then try to buy and hodl when it's red candles to really experience some really good type of gains. But everybody's got their own strategies here, and I hope everybody sees the promised land, especially the BLUECREW here. But I've just been kind of consolidating into the cryptos that, the top major cryptos that I've been really into, which of course is like XRP, the Solanas, FTT, TRX, Link, Algorand. I'm really bullish on Algorand for the next bullish cycle here, you guys. I'm loving how it's 60% down. We'll go into the deep red section. I know a lot of people like going into the deep red cryptos, but I mean, guys, most cryptos here are already 50+% down from the previous highs. So this is looking like a good area to start dollar cost averaging. Not going all in right away, because if it goes down again, then what are you going to be using to buy those dips, right? So just throwing a little bit here and there of what you can afford to lose, in my opinion, is a pretty good way to go. Just do it like Nike. Exactly. I've been picking up some Casper for sure. Casper's looking really nice. That should have been one of the ones that I added there. Yeah, some of these like late risers, right? The ones that were like kind of rising a little late in that bull cycle, like Near Protocol, Casper, Cypherium. Cypherium, I'm really bullish on for the next cycle as well. Um, but yeah, let's just get into it. So that's like a general, viewpoint of what's going on. The past 24 hours have been a lot of fun. Some people have made like 10% gains if they were just purchasing yesterday. I I was so excited about the Elastos listing and that it was on a red day when Elastos listed. So I decided to buy some Elastos again, and adding on to my stacks of Elastos. I'm so happy that Elastos got listed on Coinbase, guys. BLUECREW was big on that before the Coinbase listing, and what we were saying that in the videos, before Elastos jumps onto these major exchanges, jumps onto the Coinbases to be getting some. But unfortunately, around that time, Elastos was like $3. So now we even get a better deal on our Elastos at these price ranges. I'm really, really excited for that project and just so amped that it got listed on Coinbase during this bearish cycle, because it is a sneaky one that nobody's going to be suspecting to do anything during the bull cycle. But now you're opening up more, avenues to purchase Elastos, and we know they're part of the W3C. So excited about that project being on Coinbase now, and of course getting listed during this bearish cycle, because a lot of people are already hesitant to be investing in this space, worried that it's going to continue to go down. And once again, we just dollar cost average. Yep, exactly. CKJ Cellmate say, bruh, Elastos is finally on Coinbase. Dude, I got so excited when I saw that. I was like, yes, man, we stuck to the research. We kept the faith in Elastos, and now Elastos being on Coinbase. But once again, you know what? Coinbase has now kind of saturated itself. It's kind of listed just whatever, like a bunch of cryptos on its exchange. But Elastos being one of them, I think Elastos is definitely one to keep an eye out for, just because it has such a low supply, you guys, and it's part of the W3C. It has some connections with Interledger Protocol. I'm pretty excited for that crypto, without a doubt. Just keep buying all your spur money, bang it in. All-time high is cheap, and we're about to blow it, or we're way below all-time high. You get rich when it's all in a ditch. Exactly. What's up, RPM? Good to see you, my man. Once again, I'm not giving financial advice. I'm just saying what I'm doing and what I would recommend, but I'm not telling you guys what to do. And my excitement does get the best of me on a lot of cryptos. I've been wrong about a ton of cryptos, and of course, I got even caught up in the hype cycle of this bullish cycle, even though we were, trying to tell people, or trying to be like, hey, don't feel bad about taking profits in the bullish cycle, or when there's like just green candles happening for your cryptos, right? But yeah, anyways, so let's get into the news, guys. But the top 24 or top cryptos in the past 24 hours that have had like some good movement: Celsius Network, Balancer, Track. I like Origin Trail right here at 20 cents. Origin Trail's looking really, really tasty at 20 cents right there. Part of the Greg Kidd portfolio, part of the Global ID. Connected with it has man, I'm trying to figure out if it was W3C that I saw it on, but we do like those cryptos that are in that Greg Kidd portfolio, and I think it has like some really good supply chain type of competition that it does with IOTA and VeChain. I would put Track up there as well. Near Protocol, we saw that one being kind of a late riser in the bullish cycle before a major crash. Near Protocol is an interesting one to keep an eye out for. It's also part of the blockchain service network, right? We got Terrarium here for Sniff. Terrarium's killing it with a 54% gain in the past 7 days. Good to see XRP have a 10% gain in the past 24 hours. Solana up to $41. I do believe a lot of these cryptos still have some room to go down. I was talking to, I've had 2 people during the bullish cycle who asked me like that or told me they wanted to get into crypto, and when they were getting in, I was telling them you're most likely coming in around the top, because once we all knew this, right? Like I remember even streaming about it and saying, man, I have some friends asking me about it, so that must mean that we're close to something, right? So One of my friends actually did end up selling before the crash, and he was so lucky, and he's like now trying to buy back in. And then one of the other guys, he just held on, but he's saying, hey, if it keeps going lower, I'm just going to keep buying and buying. Um, but yeah, oh man, I forgot where I was going to go with that. Oh, well, with Solana, I think Solana could still go lower, you guys. I feel like a lot of these cryptos could still go lower. I was telling them, I believe Bitcoin is going to go down to about $8,000, maybe even 7,000, maybe just a touch under 10K. But that's where I really feel the bottom is going to be in with this whole market. If it's still immature, if it's still fluctuating with BTC, I do believe Bitcoin could still crash a good amount. If we start going up for here, okay, well, that's great. We all win, right? But, if we're still cautious here, and once again, we're dollar cost averaging, I think there's going to be some really good opportunities very soon because, you know, there's certain, global events aren't getting any better. It doesn't really look like we're close to that light at the end of the tunnel just yet. So we're still going through this dark tunnel right now. And I do think that the cryptos could go even lower. So enjoy the relief rally. Remember, when it's green, I think it's a good time to be taking some profits. Sure, could it go green for multiple weeks, for multiple months? Yeah, without a doubt. Everybody's got their own trading strategy. For me, it's when it's, up 20+% in the past 7 days or something like that. I think it's a pretty decent time to be taking profits, but, that's just me, you guys. Keep on stacking. Do not overinvest. Be smart. Yeah, there we go, RPM. Sol is garbage. Dude, Alchemist, I would go with you, man, but remember, their tech is different from all, and you could say, yeah, it's garbage tech. That's how it's different from all the other cryptos. Sol still has the best user experience in the crypto space. The developers that are onboarding onto Solana just continue and continue and continue to grow. Greg Kidd is still an investor and partner. Global ID is still a partner with Solana. Solana is a very fresh face still in the space. Remember, it came in around 2019, 2018. It's had its soar. Now it's going through a major FUD period. And everybody likes to say, yeah, but its system keeps going down. It keeps going down. Is that stopping you from making transactions? No. You could still make instantaneous transactions. You could still be sending your transactions. And now they're even upgrading. It's an endlessly upgradable system, just like Tezos in a way, and XRPL and XLM. So, I would be very wary of where I'm getting my info in terms of Solana. I'm just seeing the money is still there. The money is still jumping in on Solana. So, yeah, sure, maybe it's weird that it's a system that keeps crashing and having a reboot and all this stuff, but yet there's still like developers who want to continue building on it because the type of technology that it's doing and the type of ambitions that Solana has. FTT and Alameda Research still wanting to be invested and collaborating with Anatoly and Solana. I would just be keeping my eyes out. I am actually so bullish on Solana that I really do believe in the next bullish cycle for Solana. Solana will be going to about $300 plus in the next bullish cycle. And so, yes, I know that sounds utterly ridiculous. Like, how can that even happen? But guys, Solana went from about under $1 to over $2.50 in the span of like 2 years, right? So things can change, sentiment can change, viewpoints can change very, very quickly in this space. And I don't mind taking advantage of the FUD. I'm going to wait, though, in terms of Solana. I'm going to be waiting for Solana to go at around $15 per. I feel like Solana will reach around under the $20 to $15 range. That's when I'm going to be wanting to buy heavy into the Solana bag. Been a while. How's it going? Skids up. USD FOMO. Keeps on stacking. Do not overinvest. Exactly. And RPM, dude, thank you so much for that donation. Appreciate you. But I don't want to over defend Solana, but I just remember, when people were saying, should I still buy into Solana? And it was like $200. I was like, I'm not recommending Solana to anybody. At that time, I was like, I'm not recommending anything to Solana because we were already talking about Solana when it was at that $14 range, at that $15 range. So I'm expecting it to go close to that range again. And then that's when I'm thinking about picking up some Solana. Um, but I know it's a very divisive project, but we like divisive projects, right? We like things like XRP, XLM, a very divisive project in the space. We like things like Chainlink and TRX and things like that. We like these divisive projects that, you know, once again, I'm not a pro developer and I'm not a, super tech guy. I try to understand as much as I can about the tech. But when I'm still seeing Greg Kidd as part of the investment portfolio, I'm still seeing, Alameda Research is still heavily involved and collaborating with Solana. I'm still seeing that Coinbase wants to now start implementing for its NFTs with Solana versus Ethereum. These are the type of things that make me bullish on it, right? Okay, but anyways, and the types of transactions per second keep increasing for Solana, which is insane. So I don't want to be like get too overly defensive with Solana. There's everybody's got their own thing that they know about their projects. Solana's kind of just like a gem to me because we got lucky to really find it at some early times, right? And still be in gains despite its retracement to this point. But anyways, we got a lot to catch up on in terms of the Twitter space. So I just want to share with this. You guys know, if you guys follow me on Twitter, I retweet a lot of stuff, and I share a lot of information that I come across on Twitter. So if I'm not streaming or anything, you guys still want to see what I'm sharing or talking about, you guys can find me on Twitter here. So going through it, the XRPL, the world's first DEX, presents a huge opportunity to expand on its promise of fast, affordable liquidity. As many contribute to its evolution, I often heard, how is the XRPL DEX unique and how can I access it? I took some time to explain. So behind the scenes of the XRPL DEX by David Schwartz. I haven't got to check this out yet, but I can't wait. But this just recently came out with this info. So just sharing that. Kava, one of the other bullish projects in the Cosmos ecosystem that I'm still holding on to and still earning interest and staking and whatnot. Just accumulating more Kava. Kava has more protocols than Cardano. Fun stat. So Kava could be one of those ones because Kava unfortunately launched its mainnet during this bearish cycle. So Kava is really waiting for the next cycle in terms of if we're still in a very speculative investment way. Kava's still waiting for that mainnet money and the bullish cycle to really start lifting it up as the top one of those top type of platforms out there. I also like Kava because, once again, it was at the Interledger Protocol Summit in 2019, which was hosted by, members of Ripple and, the people who run Interledger Protocol. So Kava is definitely one we're keeping an eye out for here. CoinDesk, the Federal Reserve plans to submit a recommendation to Congress on the next steps in issuing a central bank digital currency. I bet you those steps are going to be like year-long steps or multi-year steps. Coming from the Federal Reserve, seeing how they're like slow to a crawl right here. Let me see. I was loving Kava, guys, but since adding Ethereum EVN to Kava 10, it's got laggy and many bug issues. I'm currently unlocking all my Kava. Just have it in my wallet, not in a contract. Interesting, RPM. I didn't know that, man. I'll have to look into that a little bit more. I'm still staking my Kava, and then sometimes I'll use the rewards to just exchange into other things. But I'm just gonna see where this one goes. During these bearish times, it gets really tough, with these projects, and that's why we kind of just have to stick to that. What we've all individually researched about these projects to just continue investing, right? Or to just continue holding on and keeping faith in where these projects are going. There are some questionable things with Kava, but what I do like about Kava is that it's still involved in the Interledger group and it's part of the IBC community, and we're bullish on IBC long term. Remember, IBC just came out about a year and a half ago now, so IBC is still very, very young, but inter-blockchain communication and cross-chain interoperability will definitely be a major factor in, the next bullish cycle. I do believe so. Now, will there be other platforms that do it better? I don't know, but Cosmos has definitely had way more experience, right? And that, you know, Atom and the Cosmos ecosystem and Tendermint is just continuing to build and build and build in what they're doing. There is some questionable things of like, the type of cryptos that are in the IBC. I would like to see some more layer ones. I can't wait to see Avalanche in there. I can't wait to see Solana in the IBC. There's still so many more things to be jumping in and collaborating with the Cosmos community there. G, can you check out XCAD and website, please? Thead. Yeah, let me just load that up here on the other side. I'll add it to the list, and then here, let's just check out the website really quick. XCAD network, the Watch to Earn revolution. XCAD is a global platform harnessing the power or value of content creator audiences via creator tokenization, allowing viewers to earn rewards and govern creators' decisions via a plugin which works directly on YouTube. Interesting. XCAD. YouTubers backing XCAD. Okay, you got some big YouTubers doing it. XCAD network, content creator tokenization. Now, to implement this and earn, do I need to have some XCAD? And what is it built on? Is it built on the Ethereum? Is it a layer 2 to Ethereum? Is it a layer 2 to, to Solana? What platform, what layer 1 is XCAD built on? All right, jumping into some more news. ISO 20022 is fast incoming for Swift, crypto, and more. This is the opinion expressed by Steve Murphy of Mercator Advisor in a recent overview of Payments Journal. ISO 20022 is also being adopted by the crypto asset space, and that, the BLUECREW has known about this for some time, right? If you're not aware, guys, if you're not aware of ISO 20022 and you are in the crypto space, I think you are, personally, this is just my opinion, I think you're in a major disadvantage in this space. Knowing about ISO 20022 and knowing about the advent of CBDCs coming, definitely keep, at least is a big motivator for me to continue hodling, right? Knowing that there's this new financial messaging system that's coming, and that new financial messaging system is being set up to work in tandem with digital assets. Onavax? What is Onavax? Or AVAX? XRP partnering with AVAX. I mean, yeah, XRP has a collaboration. Oh, give me a second, you guys. I got to respond to this text, sorry. Okay, so what's it called? Well, yeah, let's get to one of those. I think I tweeted about this recently. I was revisiting a tweet from David Schwartz, and he posted a while back about these offices, their offices, and what they're, the floor of conference rooms that they have. So these are cryptos that I'm looking out for the next bullish cycle right here, that I would be like almost targeting to be investing on for the next bullish cycle. Here's the tweet. Ripple's office. Oh, here, let me see if I can scan. Or here, I'm just going to move my camera. We'll just go down to the lower right. I enjoy it up in the middle, but we'll just go to the lower right. Here we go. All right. So Ripple's office has a floor with conference rooms named after crypto projects. So if you're with a project and are meeting with us, ask for the room named after your project. Unless it's Tezos. That's a closet. And I think he's just putting a funny joke on Tezos, but I don't think he's saying that Tezos is a bad project by any means, because they collaborate with Tezos on Securitize, Ripple, and Tezos Foundation. So here are some of the names though: Polkadot, Polygon, Matic, Solana, and Tezos. So if either of these were really garbage, for example, somebody said Solana is garbage, then why would Ripple even acknowledge it, right? My concern is, why doesn't Ripple have an office for Ethereum there? Why doesn't Ripple have an office for, Cosmos, for example? Why doesn't it have an office for maybe some other, like Bitcoin developers and other things like that, right? Or Binance, right? But no, they have offices and conference rooms for things like Polkadot, Matic, Solana, and Tezos, right? So these are some of the cryptos that I'm looking at for the next cycle, right? And we've already seen Ripple has a relationship in a way with Solana, not only through Greg Kidd and the global ID experiment that's going on, but also FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried. Sam Bankman-Fried was at the last Ripple swell, talking about how there would only be a handful of cryptos that run major amounts of volume in the space. Sam Bankman-Fried, major investor in Solana, right? FTX, partnership with Solana, right? So that's what we're keeping our eyes out for. So I think this is a really good tweet to be revisiting and being, not only investing in these cryptos, but also wondering why Ripple only acknowledged these 4 cryptos to have conference rooms for, right? So these are some of the cryptos I would be investing in, building up a position for the next bullish cycle. And, common thread between all of them, interoperability and layer 1 solutions, right? All right, so going back to it. Rye Guy, BLUECREW's finest, Rye Guy, saying buy more ISO 20022. Yep, the ISO 20022. They like to say ISO 20022 compliant, but really just the cryptos that in any way, shape, or form may be related to ISO 20022. Because we hear, oh, this crypto is compliant with ISO 20022. I don't think we really understand what that means, though, to be compliant with ISO 20022, right? So I think it's just, if this project is in some way, shape, or form dabbling in ISO 20022 or trying to work in the ISO 20022 environment, I think that's something that's very interesting. But that's not a guarantee that that crypto is going to be something that survives in this ISO 20022 world. It could just be trying to take advantage of certain investors who are investing in cryptos that like ISO 20022 compliance or compatibility, right? Let me catch up with the chat really quick. Sup, G? Do you know what happened to XDCE? I think it's XDC now, right? I don't think it's XDCE anymore. I think XDC is the new thing for it, right? It's a ZIL project and on BSC and Matic. Okay, Theod, that's pretty interesting. But how does it do in payments? That it always just comes back to how do these cryptos do with payments, right? How are they solving? How are they doing in terms of transactions, and withholding transaction traffic? Can they scale to hundreds of thousands of people using it, right? I think you need 10 XDAC or XCAD to earn and plug in. Comes on 29th. Yeah, I like the Tradle idea. I see where your approach is now, Theod. Could be a good Tradle idea, or it could just be a good opportunity to make some little passive income here and there, and then trade out of it to add some more into other positions. I like it. I dig it. Bird Dog, the Crypto Ronin on AVAX, on XRP. I have no clue what those two are, man. I don't even think I want to. I don't even think I really want to know what on AVAX or on XRP is. If they're coins, I think I would just stick with AVAX and XRP then. But maybe they're good trading opportunities for the volatility. What's good, Blues and Greens? What's up, Miles P? Good to see you, my man. Appreciate you tuning in. Ledger City in 5 days. We'll see, because early access for Ledger City is coming, right? But does that mean Ledger City coin is coming? Because remember, they said they won't release Ledger City coin until there's regulatory clarity for XRP. So are they foreshadowing that possible clarity is coming soon? And is Flare Networks foreshadowing that possible clarity is coming soon too, because they're supposedly launching on July 4th? So it's very interesting that Ledger City and Flare are looking to launch in July. And could that mean that, some regulatory clarity is coming for XRP? Because they did say themselves that they wouldn't be able to release until regulatory clarity has happened, right? I don't understand why this happens, but the APY for UMI on Kepler is lower than the APY for Osmosis. However, rewards for UMI accumulate way faster. Yeah, that's an interesting thing, Sniff. It could be just like a little bit of a glitch, or, in terms of the numbers and whatnot. Yeah, their YouTube partners have 500 million subscribers, but that doesn't mean all 500 million of them are implementing, XCAD and stuff like that. But it seems interesting. I'll try to look into it a little bit more. Maybe we implement it here just so we can make some little bit of passive income to trade into other cryptos. Like, why not? Good heads up there, Theody. Guys, shout out to the Blue Crew. It's good talking with you guys again and hanging out. Appreciate you guys so much. Digital Orgy, what's up, dude? Shout out to all of y'all. What a Berg dog you streaming tonight. Right, guy, we were just talking about your tweet right here. Buy more ISO 20022, my man. All right, keep going. So XRP Bagman's releasing his new album on the XRPL. Tell Drake we need a feature. He's telling Brad Garlinghouse. Lightning does strike the same place twice. Volante Technologies has topped the 2022 IBS intelligence sales legal table in wholesale banking payments for the second year running. So Volante Technologies, guys, keep an eye out for these people. Ripple Partners, and part of their product called Volpay is in heavy collaboration with Ripple, and their technology is being recognized by these bigwigs, right? So something to keep an eye out for with what's going on with Volante Technologies. Statement coming out from the from Bank of International Settlements. Cryptocurrencies do not perform money's basic functions. The recent turmoil in crypto universe is a reminder of their financial vulnerabilities, but deeper structural inadequacies have been apparent for some time. So, yes, cryptocurrencies do not perform money's basic functions, but digital assets can help complement the movement of money, the movement of value, right? So that's why you always hear a delineation when, especially in the early days, when Brad Garlinghouse and especially Ripple leading the term and really making digital assets become the word or term digital assets become mainstream now. That's why you would hear him early on say, refer to XRP as a digital asset and not a crypto, because a lot of, the big money views crypto as a threat trying to replace fiat, whereas digital assets are trying to be complements to fiat, to be used as tools to move value quicker and more cheaply, right? To solve that liquidity problem, that massive multi-trillion, quadrillion dollar problem of liquidity. But yeah, they showed some of these major blockchain congestion leads to fragmentation. And right here, you can see Terra Luna, Phantom, Avalanche, Tron, Ethereum, Binance, Solana, and then other layer 1 and layer 2 projects in terms of their chart. Elastos is on Coinbase now, guys. I loved seeing this announcement. BLUECREW has been on Elastos for a while now, and we're not looking away. We're trusting the research here with Elastos and Coinbase. Coinbase now has just been listing a lot of different cryptos, and I think a lot of them are kind of crap cryptos, but, either way, it's good to be seeing Elastos coming out during this bearish cycle and not really getting a lot of love in terms of, bullish sentiment. But we've seen this crypto close to like $5, or I think close to $10, but I could be mistaken there. It might have been another crypto I'm thinking of in terms of that price. But Elastos, oh my God, we haven't added it to the list, into our new list yet. But yeah, super small supply, 33 million total supply. The power of that number, 33. But either way, super small market cap, guys. Massive early days. Right here, all-time high was at 93 freaking dollars for Elastos. Interesting project indeed, right? Part of the W3C. We've done a lot of research on that one. Apex Crypto, just shouting him out because, this guy was definitely right in terms of calling this bearish cycle. So Apex Crypto, I don't know who needs to hear this, but crypto is not dead. If you made mistakes in the last bull run, you could still learn from them and make better choices in the years ahead. There's still time to recover. You are early. The money to be made is made in these markets. And that is very, very certainly true. So now he's starting to say, hey, just like we are, it's maybe a good time to start dollar cost averaging because now great fear is coming into the market. And we're like 70+% down from previous all-time high. Now, I do think we could still go down a little bit further, but man, we should be getting closer and closer to a bottom, and then maybe a ton of sideways action for the next year or two. It seems like crypto likes to get really active around election year or post an election, right? So I'm not saying that that rhythm is going to continue. Maybe the volatility just gets crazier for crypto right now because we're going into a new era of crypto, but we're still in a very highly speculative and still highly immature space. But we definitely have a lot more hands and money, different types of money in the space than we did before. All right, let's see what else we got going on. So once again, if a digital asset doesn't do the payments use case well and at scale first, it's difficult for it to do any other use case well. So people in crypto go for all these other projects that have all these different use cases. And, I'm not going to bash on XCAD because I just found out about it. I need to research more. But already it's something that's not, hasn't figured out with its digital asset how to master the payment aspect first. Or maybe it has. I don't know. But I'm just using it as an example. It's trying to do this content creator use case, right? A lot of these type of cryptos are trying to do content creator use cases. But how does that digital asset at its very basic level, how does that ledger record transactions? How long has it been recording transactions? How consistent is it, right? How secure? What happens when it gets pushed to more and more users and to a larger and larger scale, right? I think Russia had pressure on the US now with regs. Interesting. Bank of England posting survivors of the crypto crash could become dominant market players. What does that mean? Does that mean we're becoming the new 1%? We're going to be the new market leaders in the future, you guys? We'll see. Wholesale and retail central bank digital currencies and advanced payment systems will be part of a diverse ecosystem that best serves the public interest. Innovation is rooted in trust in the central bank money. And BIS has been huge about this. Augustus Carstens has said, what is at the soul of money? Trust. And what is Ripple and RippleNet and on-demand liquidity and what they're doing? What have they been doing this whole time in talking to all these central banks all across the world, setting up offices all across the world, is setting that global web of trust, right? What does Chris Larson have been saying? That globalization is incomplete, right? It's incomplete because there's a lack of trust. And what does XRP do? What does Universal Mode of Interledger Protocol do? It creates trust where there is none, right? It is automatically using XRP by default for untrusted transactions, right? So that's what that was a really big hint from Augustus Carstens, is saying what is at the soul of money? Trust. And with RippleNet, it's creating trust. With Interledger, it's creating trust where there hasn't been ever before, right? BIS released on their YouTube video, by the way, talking about the future monetary system. So that's a video that would be very interesting to check out. Stellar continues doing some things. Stellar Foundation Neum Global has announced a new partnership to enable cash payouts for businesses in 190 countries. Companies can leverage this integration to accelerate receipt of funds, reduce settlement risk, and remove pre-funding requirements. So stellar, definitely a good one to keep an eye out for. Coil, the extension, tells us that the site and to stream payments to when Coil members visit them. Our extension is available for a ton of browsers now. So good to see Coil just continuing to grow. Guys, Mojaloop. Guys, this is probably my best favorite piece of news right here is Mojaloop and CBDCs now being thrown in tandem, dude. This is insane. So we are pleased to announce the formation of a new Mojaloop CBDC COE working group created to guide the direction of the CEO or COE's financial inclusion initiatives in Singapore. To view a list of our members and learn how to get involved, there's their link. But remember, guys, Mojaloop is comprised of some of the biggest players, right? Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Coil, Ripple, Cybrin, Red Compass Labs, Monetary Authority of Singapore, which is partnered with the Bank of International Settlements in creating all these innovation hubs and trying to create regulation in terms of CBDCs or understanding and research of CBDCs. And remember, Mojaloop won the ISO 20022 hackathon in 2020, right? And it was led by members of SWIFT, BIS, and Monetary Authority and the Monetary Authority of Singapore. So we're seeing how it's all coming together. I think this was a beautiful, beautiful thing to be seeing released and seeing, we've been growing with Mojaloop as a channel. We've been really big on Mojaloop since its beginnings, and now seeing how it's slowly progressing, right? Slowly growing. And now we're getting this working group that's coming together. Modusbox, Google, on and on. It's just wonderful. I thought this was such a really, now we're getting Mojaloop in terms of, because they won the ISO 20022 hackathon for their use of Interledger Protocol, right? And how in tandem with ISO 20022 and now CBDCs being affiliated with Mojaloop and ISO 20022 and Interledger Protocol. Wonderful. Freaking wonderful, right? You want to check out who Red Compass Labs is? Okay, let's check out Red Compass. We use game-changing tech, data science, and world-class people to deliver payment services and disrupt financial crime. Right? Tackling fraud in terms of payments, how to make cross-border payments more efficient and convenient, inclusive. Is blockchain banking's next disruptor. So they're working with Ripple, with Coil, with Mojaloop, right? Let's see who are some of their connections that they may have here. ISO 20022 migration, right? Fast start project planning, delivery, and test services. Let me see if we can find. Now, I can't find any partners here. Future of payments, ISO 20022 migration. Guys, it's happening. ISO 20022 is real. And that's why it's so important if you're in the crypto space and you don't know about ISO 20022, I would be checking it out. They have offices in London, Warsaw, Tokyo, Singapore, and Antwerp, right? Maybe we'll do a deep dive on Red Compass in the future there, but definitely some big wigs that are part of this Mojaloop, this one loop for all, right? The golden circle, right? The Kingsman in the golden circle, all the freaking, that's a whole other thing, man. There's been a lot of symbolism of golden circles in the past 2 years, especially in our media. A lot of people don't know how to look for those things, but movies like Sonic, he uses coins as a form to teleport from one place to the next instantly, right? G does my research for me. LOL, Birddog, what's up, dude? Alchemist is ISO 20022 compliant. Yep, that's for sure. Hell, even that movie Tenet, right? One of the key pieces in Tenet was this golden circle. Hell, what's that movie? Doctor Strange and the multiverse of madness or whatever, using golden circle portals to go from one dimension to the next, one universe to the next, right? Yeah, if you are here, I hope you know about ISO 20022. Oh yeah, if you've been, watching this channel for some time or just jumping in right now, you're definitely going to learn about ISO 20022. We talk about it basically every stream, right? Payment infrastructure news posting, where are we on the journey to ISO 20022? The paper's interview with Nazir Ahmed, head of UK and Ireland Swift community, recent developments on ISO 20022, the release plans, and the challenges and opportunities faced by banks. So let's see if we can just see a little bit of a tidbit of this article. I'll share this link with you guys because it's definitely good to be informed about ISO 20022. Let me see where they're. So November, as a result, preparation and training are crucial in order to align operational processes and ensure preparedness for first to go live on CBPR Plus in November 2022. Then adoption by November 2025. So being prepared. So this is still not the last year of us speculating on ISO 20022, guys, but isn't it convenient that it's leading up towards the next election year, right? So right now, it seems like this whole process up until 2025 is like a major transition period, which means a lot of changes are going to be happening in this first half of this decade, and a lot of changes have already been happening, right? Some people are speculating that there's a whole like civil war aspect that's being set up because a lot of people relate, this new revolution into the digital financial or revolution that we're going into, similar to the industrial revolution, right? And which was around the time of Civil War. G does my research for me. Ani Brito in the house. What's up, Ani Brito? Good to see you. Appreciate you tuning in. Cypherium is ISO 20022 compliant. See, this is one of the things with Cypherium that I love, that they're part of the blockchain service network. They have very interesting partners, and they say a lot of the buzzwords we would love to hear, and it makes me feel like they're too good to be true, but I'm speculating on them because they're like a penny's worth crypto. Cypherium is ISO 20022 compliant. ISO 20022 is a multi-part international standard and an emerging global and open standard for payments messaging. It creates a common language and model for payments data across the globe, right? CBDCs and interoperability. So Cypherium is definitely one of those projects we've been just speculating on, and you don't even have to throw a lot into it to just see if it pays off or not. But 8.4 billion supply really didn't get a chance to, came out in 2021, so it got a little bit of the hype cycle. It went up to about close to 10 cents, and then it just crashed down, right? And then it had some nice little moments of volatility where it went from underneath the penny to about 4 or 5 pennies, right? So very interesting project. I'm speculating on it. It's really hard to gauge whether they're real or legit, but they definitely know the buzzwords for investors like me, or people who are looking for those ISO 20022 compliant type of cryptos, right? Where is it easy to get Cypherium? MXT exchange, I believe, is the easiest one to get Cypherium. Let me see what other listings they have here for where you can get them. Yeah, MXC, and then they say liquid as well. So not only MXC and not only that they're hitting all the buzzwords of ISO 20022 and CBDC compliance and whatnot, I love that they're so small right now. Like they haven't started getting listed on major exchanges yet, right? So this is another one of those altcoins that, yeah, we're taking a major gamble on, but we're liking so far what we're hearing from them. So we'll see, we'll grow with them, but we're not this isn't something I'm going all in on, is what I'm saying, guys. This is just one that's you could throw $1 at, get a few hundred, or you could throw $10 or, at a time and whatnot, and just kind of grow the position and see what happens. But I think it's a very, very intriguing project, and also part of the blockchain service network. Uh, yeah, let's catch up with the BSN. We haven't looked at the BSN in a long time, so let's see what blockchain service network is up to, because they got us hip to like things like Solana and Casper Labs in the early days, and Near Protocol. Actually, Near Protocol was one of those ones, right? So let's go to BSN Global here, or BSN Base. I'm not sure. No, here we go. Yeah. Okay, the BSN partners. Oh yeah, Clayton was one of the ones that was added recently. But yeah, one of the ones that keeps us in having faith with IrisNet, right? I like Findora a lot because a former Ripple developer works with them, Warren Paul Anderson, and he was an OG Bitcoin developer as well. Polkadot's right there, Solana, Casper, Algorand, Tezos, some of the major layer ones that we like. Share Ring, Near Protocols, Cypherium. So, one of these ones that's super illiquid compared to all these other cryptos. So Cypherium could have like its day in the sun sometime in the future. So we're going to, place our bet and see if it is going to have its day in the sun and maybe get more hype and maybe become a dollar type of crypto, or, a dollar would make it about 8.4 billion in market cap. So that is way crazy. But if it gets to 10 cents, 50 cents, that is amazing, right? That would just be such a big win for the Blue Crew and Green Giants. Yeah, and then we go to its website, Web3 Ready Blockchain, bridging CBDCs, DeFi, and Web3 through protocol interoperability. Interesting project, man. Has some OMFIF. They've had discussions with the OMFIF. Panel discussion with Bank of England, Swiss National Bank, right? So very, very interesting time. Cypherium and Bank of Thailand discussing CBDCs. So this is one of those ones that I'm like, it's worth for me to put in a little bit of money on, right? And you could see them right here in a video talking with the OMFIF and some of the members there, central bank digital currencies and blockchain, right? Decentralized ID authentication system, validators, ISO 20022 compliant, and can be seamlessly embedded with the current financial system. I didn't think we would be going into, it's also part of the FedNow instant payments service provider group, right? Which is an interesting thing to keep an eye out for right here. Service provider showcase participant. I don't know how much, credibility to put towards that, but, it's one of those cryptos that seems too good to be true, right? Ecosystem, Microsoft, Google Cloud, IBM, AWS, like they just maybe know how to just really use all the buzzwords, right? They work on in New York. I suppose they have some offices in New York. So just an interesting project. I'm speculating on it, but once again, not going all in on here, you guys. It's just to see if it hits, awesome, right? Mo Morrissey saying, responding to Peter Schiff with XRP the standard. You got to love the bullishness from Mo Morrissey, man. Fed now, as always said, 2023. Nice. And yeah, once again, exciting news. We have launched the Mojaloop CBD Center of Excellence in Singapore to explore how CBDC technologies and Mojaloop can drive financial inclusion at scale. Guys, this is huge. In one of the more like tech advanced like places on earth, in Singapore, Mojaloop, already, comprised of the Monetary Authority of Singapore, opening a CBD Center of Excellence. This is crazy. Crazy stuff. So yeah, this was a lot of stuff to catch up on, guys, but and there's still a lot more, but I'm kind of even already getting gassed from reading all this. If you guys want to just look on my Twitter page and scroll down, it's just endlessly about ISO 20022, CBDCs, right? Ashish Burla saying believe when others do not. XRP Ledger in NYC. I mean, NYC advertises a lot of different cryptos, hell, like even meme coins and stuff like that. So I wouldn't be taking this like with too much credibility, but it's fun to see, a cool tagline, the ledger that never sleeps. That's pretty cool. Fed now always said 2023. In life, three things are certain: death, taxes, and XRP will likely be cheaper tomorrow. Just getting to the stream. Opinion G, this pump is temporary, right? I missed 29 cents XRP the other day, and now I'm hesitant at 35. I would just never chase green days, man. Just wait till it's red. That's my opinion. If it's, let's say if it shoots up to 45 cents tomorrow, or in the next week or so, there's going to be a major red day that comes, right? I always like buying these cryptos. Like if you missed it at 29 cents and it goes up to 49 cents or something, then maybe wait until it goes back down to around 30 or 32 cents or 33 cents or something. And then, this is just my opinion, but that's when, I would just wait for a retracement. That's what I'm saying. I don't buy on greed days and try to get FOMO'd into it, right? This channel reads directly from the Masonic and Rosicrucian writings from authors like Manly P. Hall and J.D. Buck. But Sniff, we're creating our own, hieroglyphs here, man. We're creating our own type of, viewpoint on the world. So the Masons had their own ways of communicating with each other and all these people and how they talk to each other and these symbols. But we're creating our own here, right? No, I would definitely like to check that out, man. You guys know I'm into heavy symbolism type of stuff, but of course, it's all the meaning that is put behind that symbol, right, from the individuals. And then of course a group of people agree that those symbols mean something to that group of people. He really is a crypto crack pusher. Hey, you got like one crypto I could just throw $1 into, man? What's up? Ripple and XRP fam, SBI holding and Ripple and R3 quarter partnership. SBI CEO saying that XRP is the #1 crypto asset. Hold it tight soon as the case is over and the world will reveal who the true king is. Speaking of king and the term king and queen, I've been seeing a lot of symbolism with terms of the word king being used. Movies like King Richard, for example, and the Elvis movie, him being the king. Right? And then there's some TV shows that are referencing queens and things like that. So elements of royalty, which is very interesting, that we've been seeing a lot. What does that mean? What could that be a symbolism of? Maybe, the king asset rising or a king virus or things like that. Just being very, very careful, But very interesting to see how all this is coming together. Jasmine is that crack. Jasmine at a penny is definitely one of those little crack bits for sure, man. Definitely. Oh man, now the market's getting bullish now that we're back in streaming, huh? The moment we stream again, the market starts to get bullish again, and XRP's up to like 37 cents now. They try to convince the world that the Holy Spirit is a feminine deity, but the Bible tells us it is He, Father, Son, and Holy Spirit, one God. Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, all that stuff. It's tough, man. I keep going back and forth, and I'm like, oh, maybe the Bible is complete truth and like complete, because like so many things line up with like Scripture and like the Bible and everything like that. But could it just be the powers to be that are making it line up and stuff like that? And once again, who ultimately wrote the Scriptures? Like it was humans who actually like had to do interpretations of scriptures and how many years of interpretation it's gone through and all that stuff. So it's really, maybe all of that is part of their plan for mass confusion and stuff. It just like goes all over the place, right? So then it just always comes back down to how do you individually, what do you individually believe in? And if you do, then that's the reality for you, right? Are those his pronouns? King, queen? Those writings tell us what's going on today, and they were written in like 1930. That's crazy, Steph. Yeah, I opened the link in another tab. I'll check it out. His name is Tupac Tip, I guess. Tupac Tip. I believe in XRP and XLM. Okay, hell yeah, Alchemist. And then Alchemist like types later that they'll go lower. I believe in XRP and XLM. Will go lower. Masonic, Judaic, Rosicrucian. I mean, it just goes to show when you get a group of people all believing in one thing together and how much power that drives, right? How much like, and that's why I'm very cautious of trying, you know, things that I decide to absorb, right? Or to see. Because sometimes, like people, especially people who aren't really, I'm not trying to say I'm awake or anything, but, there's people out there who will just absorb everything, right? They'll eat what they're told to eat. They'll buy whatever's on advertisements. They'll go watch whatever movies in the theaters. And I believe sometimes when you expose yourself to a lot of that stuff, you're like almost taking part and the global consciousness manifesting that into existence because you're all jumping in and exposing it to yourself that it almost starts creating the reality, you know, that it's, being revealed to you and stuff. Like it's very interesting when you get a group of people that strongly believe in something or, you know, are conscious of something and how that thing can be manifested later. It's very interesting. Bags' new game, 589 game is live. That's crazy, man. Bags is like a renaissance man, dude. He's doing it all, dude. Shout out to Bags. He goes by the War of the Roses, but named it his YouTube channel Tupac Tip. Nice, man. I can't wait to check it out, man. I love, esoteric channels like that, like a Call for a Uprising, Enter the Stars, Enter the Stars Reloaded. Those esoteric channels are a lot of fun to just kind of like see what's going on in the zeitgeist, right? New World Order for the win. Looks fucking good. Yeah. And that's the funny thing too with being such an XRP believer and investor. It's like we're all like on two sides. It's like, yeah, man, like Ripple's growing and they're doing things and they may win this case and like Mojaloop is growing and all this stuff and it's like, oh shoot, but also that means like we're just keep perpetuating this, accepting the world becoming a fully digital like type of thing, right? And it's crazy, man. I've been seeing some of the commercials from Meta and what they're trying to do with like trying to teach people plastic surgery through VR and all this stuff, or having conferences with people and it's like you're really there in VR. Um, it's very, very interesting. Very interesting how it's all like this dependency of like living in another realm or living in this metaverse or living in this digital realm, right? Or having experience or experiencing things without actually like having the experience, right? Which is an odd thing. I got into it with that to the Stars Reloaded. Nice. God created God is us beyond that. Enter the Stars is Reloaded? Why did his prediction not turn out? Yeah. Well, yeah, his channels get canceled a bunch, so he has to have multiple channel names. Same thing with the Call for an Uprising. They have to have multiple channels and stuff. Stacking Juno under $3. Juno looks like an interesting one. I'm just I got what I was happy to get profits from what I did, and now I'm just like letting the rest play, and we'll see what ends up happening with that. But if it goes to zero, I won't be mad or anything. I'm just happy I got to play on Juno early. We were one of the channels that released that short, just saying keep an eye out for Juno. It's coming out. But yeah, at this point now, yeah, just stacking Juno and seeing, if the next hype wave comes and if Cosmos is part of that really big hype wave, Juno and Osmo are definitely going to be very, very much used. I can't believe Osmo is under $1, to tell you the truth, because I think if Cosmos does have a really, really big run in the future, Osmo is going to be one of those major dexes in the Cosmos ecosystem that's used, and it can have a hell of a volatile run for sure. Yeah, not your can, not your garbage. He tried telling his audience the Book of Enoch was legit. Yeah, once again, guys, like it's not about trying to convince other people and things like that. It's like just, you know, but it's awesome that they see patterns, right? That's what I really like about those type of channels, is that they recognize patterns. There's people who don't see patterns. They just keep like going, like I feel like when I go to the movies now to watch movies or like similar commercials or advertisements for VR or the digital, anything relating to digitization and digital world type of stuff, it's like it's the same type of pattern of how they show it, right? And then of course with other things in the world and some darker things, there's other patterns that they keep using as well with that, right? Like one of the patterns that I've been recognizing, and you know I would say this is the end of the stream here, you guys, like in terms of crypto talk, because now we're jumping into a little bit of esoteric stuff. But one of the patterns I've been recognizing is this like black being with like multiple arms or like a spike coming around it. So here's like one with Elvis, right? But see, I feel like me talking about it helps me perpetuate that into existence. So it's like, it's weird. You're like trying to make people aware to wake up to the pattern, but like it also maybe exposes their conscious to like be part of the global conscious to make it manifest. So I'm still trying to figure out all this stuff, but okay, here, where's the Elvis movie poster? Come on, movie poster 2022. Work with me here, guys. Work with me. There we go. Okay, so this is like a little bit more of a subtle one, but black being multiple arms coming out, right? And then if you go to some other stuff, like Moonfall had this black goo-ish thing that had multiple arms, but Doctor Strange was a recent one. Let me see if we can find this one. Oh yeah, here we go. So you can see it here on the lower left. Doctor Strange, like this black being, multiple arms coming out, right? And then, these are just a couple of the movies, but I think Moonfall had this like black goo thing. Oh yeah, freaking Terminator, this like Terminator movie that came out. But let me see if we can find the black goo thing in here. I can't really find it here. Yeah, but it could be meanings for a lot of different things, right? So there's a lot of patterns in these like, these big mainstream movies, right? Of what they are advertising to us. And we just take it a lot of people go to movies to just see the pretty face talk, right? To see the pretty face or the pretty actor or whatever actor that they idolize and put on a pedestal like do their thing, and they never absorb anything that's around the frame or anything like that, or really like subtler intentions in the story. They just want to see the pretty face talk and like maybe even laugh and have a good time. Sometimes there's not, it's a drama and people have like a necessity for more and more heavily dramatic type of things. Like they want to see darker and darker stuff because they're being so ambushed by such dark material that it starts giving them this type of they think they have like a tough skin, but it's really making them emotionless and more distant from humanity. Um, it's very very odd stuff, man. So I'm very like I've become I try not to be overly sensitive, and I can see that it's all fake and stuff, so I'm not like, but I just don't like how they're trying to really manipulate the mind of the global conscious to become this kind of like very distant and emotionless type of person. Like, if you look at all the top shows, like things like Euphoria and Ozark and all these like very heavy dark theme type of things being like the top shows and stuff. And I don't know. I guess it's a way for people to vent out their stuff and to see it like on TV. And some people say, hey, it's better that it's on the television and not in the real world. Well, now both of those lines are being blurred and we're seeing some darkness, happen in the world or supposedly happening in the world through mainstream media. I mean, it's a lot of stuff, man. Also, yes, Stranger Things. I funked her first. That was the one that I was forgetting. Here's another black being in the end of Stranger Things. Stranger Things, I think it was patient number one. I just had to see the endings. I didn't even watch the show. I just watched the end of the season to see like what the bad guy looked like, right? And what they were trying to like say in the last episode. Patient one. Check this out. Another. Where is he? Where's this freaking ugly, ugly son of a bitch? Oh yeah, 5-pointed stars have been a big thing in media for sure. Dang it. Oh yeah, and even remember like the streams that I had previously talking about the red. I've been seeing a lot of red stuff happening, like movies like Red Notice, the big red panda, right? And then all of a sudden we start going into blood markets in terms of the stocks and crypto. So some of these are foreshadowings of what's to come, right? So they prepare you mentally for these cases that happen, that are going to be happening later, right? They call it predictive programming, right? um, Season 4 finale, I think, right? I can't find the image for him, but it was this black being who has like all these multiple legged arms, right? And then even on the poster of Stranger Things, subtly showing an XRP logo. By the way, there's an X in this poster, but also multiple dimensions, right? And what was the multiverse of madness with Stranger Things? All this type of stuff, right? In and out of portals, circular portals, right? And I said with Sonic, right? Sonic 2. I did a Sonic 1 decode. We haven't done a Sonic 2 decode. I don't think I'll do a Sonic 2 decode, but, you know, golden circle portals. And how funny is it that Doctor Strange had that as well? Right? Golden circle portals, right? And not even to mention all the, geometry and sacred geometry or symbolism that's in these little hand shields that he makes and stuff, all those stars, right? Golden circles, right? What did they come out in the Avengers, right? Portals being opened, right? That's why we were saying Kingsman and the Golden Circle, right? And and once you start seeing these patterns, it's hard not to see them anymore. Like you'll see the Golden Circle used very often, or like circular things and beings coming out of a circular portal, in a lot of posters that are out. Like if you just look at any posters nowadays, you'll see this. It's usually for action movie type of posters and stuff like that. Are they going to portal us into the metaverse? I don't know. Maybe. I mean, Meta has a project. The movie Met, or the formerly Facebook, has a product called Portal, right? Hell, that NFT that I invested in and got lucky with was called Portals, and I was just going off the symbolism with it, right? But Portal from Meta, right? The Facebook portal. Yeah, it's crazy, but it's a transitional decade. I mean, we could keep going on and on and on, and it can get deeper and deeper and deeper. But you could call it just crazy and stuff like that. But guys, if you're not, fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice, like then I'm just stupid, right? So we're just seeing multiple portals over and over and over again. The golden circle, the one loop for all. Remember the CERN project? Exactly, CERN. Exactly. Mike Kavanaugh, the grand conspiracy. Yeah, exactly. Those aren't planes or drones flying at 90-degree angles, leaving streaks in the sky. Yeah, I also noticed most people don't sleep well. Yep. Oh yeah, and then if you go back to like ancient runes, let's say, runes. most ancient or something. You can actually get a lot of tips from this, right? From just the old runes, right? From very, very ancient runes. This looks like the Algorand symbol upside down. There's XRP symbol. There's the meta symbol. There's symbols that freaking even what's it called? Stellar uses H bar, right? Some people would say Juno, maybe Juno, sure. Yeah, here's like something that's like from the ancient runes, right? But yeah, we're going a little bit off the rails here, you guys. But I always enjoy the convo. Maybe we'll do that for another chat, for sure. The Large Hadron Collider. Yep, exactly. Yeah, exactly. When you talk about uh, esotericism and Bible prophecy and other channels, you get the boat. I mean, you know, I'm not saying I believe in that stuff, but I definitely like amusing it. I definitely understand the power of symbolism. I definitely know that there's more than meets the eye, right? It's not just all rainbows, right? So many crypto YouTubers use occult gestures in their thumbnail. Interesting. Microsoft already has a DNA hard drive developed which will give humans a way to upload and download consciousness. My gosh, man. So, that's crazy, dude. The upper triangle was lesser than the lower triangle within the hexagram. That's him placing femininity above masculinity. Yep. Yeah. It's crazy, guys. But, anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Much love to y'all. I'm not saying I'm getting uncomfortable with this conversation. I can really talk a lot about this with you guys, like, no doubt. But, oh, here, I'll check out that link, Zeno. DNA storage. Oh my gosh, this is nuts. Look at this. DNA storage. Store your DNA established in 2015. Ay, ay, ay. Yep, having us trust technology more and more, having us trust digitization more and more. That Tupac tip channel has good playlists. You'll like the tarot card one. Awesome GDLT, appreciate it. Or I mean awesome sniff, appreciate it. I was reading your comment while saying that. But anyways, you guys are amazing. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's always good hanging out with you guys, and much love. Hopefully we see you guys soon. Um, you know, keep the eye of the tiger, y'all. I'm always grateful for your support. And yeah, I'll see you guys in a bit. Thank you, BTC community, XRP community, DLT community, crypto communities, Blue Crew, and all the communities out there. The future is distributed ledger technology, and the future is bright. Our future is bright. Keep the eye of the tiger, y'all. Much love. See you in the next one. Adios.